are doing page number 99 of the NCERT class 9 science book. So in this, the explanation is to differentiate what is the distance traveled and the displacement. Another example is, can the magnitude of displacement be equal to the distance traveled? Another example given is, for example, the object is moving from point O, it goes to point C to B and then A. So from O to point A, it covers 60 kilometers. Then it comes back to point B. So when it comes from O to point A, it has covered 60 kilometers. When it comes back to point B and stops here, it has covered how much distance? It has covered 25. So going from O to A is 60 kilometers, and coming back to this point is another 25. So 60 plus 25 means it has covered an distance of 85 kilometers. So in this book, can the magnitude of displacement be equal to the distance traveled by an object? So keep this page open and keep the book in front of you, and then you can read that magnitude of the displacement. The distance covered is 60 and the magnitude of displacement is also 60. During its motion from O to A and back to B, the distance covered is 85 kilometers. And how it is 85? We have seen that it will cover a distance of 60 and plus 25, which will become 85 kilometers. Now, what is the displacement? In this case, the displacement will be the gap between O and the finishing point. This was starting point, then it went to here and came back to this point B. So this is starting point and this is finishing point. So the displacement is 25 plus 10, that is 35 kilometers. So in the book, it is given here, the magnitude of displacement is 35. So magnitude of displacement is not equal to the path traveled. The path actually traveled is 85, but the displacement, as we have read, is the shortest distance between the starting point and the finishing point. So starting point is O, finishing point is B, therefore the displacement is 25 plus 10, which becomes 35 kilometers. So this is the meaning of displacement. So in this topic, we have understood that distance and displacement are two different quantities. The distance and the displacement are used to describe the motion of an object and to locate its final position. So if O is the initial position, then B is the final position. Next topic of this chapter is uniform motion and non-uniform motion. What is a uniform motion and what is a non-uniform motion? Consider an object moving along a straight line. So just now we saw an example. If an object is moving in a straight line, it travels 50 kilometers in the first hour. It is moving at a particular speed. So what is that speed? Let's see. Example is given here. It is covering between their timing are mentioned, and this explanation is given in this part. It travels 50 kilometer in first hour, 50 more kilometer in the second hour, 50 kilometer in the third hour, and 50 kilometer in the fourth hour. The object has traveled first, second, third, 4 hours. It is traveling for 4 hours and the distance covered is 50 every time. First hour also is 50, second hour also is 50, third hour also, and fourth hour also is 50. The object covers 50 kilometer in each hour. Since the object is covering equal distance, it is said to have uniform motion. So since the object covers equal distance of 50, in equal time 1 hour. Every time it is covering 50 in 1 hour, therefore it is said to have uniform motion. The time interval in this motion may be small or big, but when the object covers equal distance in equal time, it is said to have uniform motion. And opposite is when the objects cover unequal distance in equal time. Unequal distance in equal time, example is explained here. From 9 to 9:30, 9 to 9:45, 10, there are different times given. The distance traveled by the object A is 10, 20, 30, 40. Here the distance traveled is different. So this is called non-uniform motion. So there are two types of motion. Uniform motion and non-uniform motion. So we will continue the next topic in the next class. See you in the next class.